Okay, let's look at the kingdom. Okay, great. There is some cute synergy between capitalism and stables, and anti-synergy between capitalism and poorhouse. Well, I shouldn't say anti-synergy. It's like, in some ways it's synergistic, in some ways it's anti-synergistic, but I guess it's mostly a small synergy. There's also plaza with capitalism, but mostly I don't think capitalism is going to be important. Triumphal Arch probably will be. You want to make sure that you get enough of your stuff. Um, well, enough arch points. I don't think I'm going to open heading for familiar. I think I am going to open smugglers, probably. If my opponent would have opened with a card, a potion, then I would not have opened with smugglers. As it is, I am going to open smugglers though, and I think I'm going to take a silver with it. I want to hit a lot of stables. Presumably you're going to smuggle me here, you're going to get a stables, which is like a little bit sad, but oh well. We probably next turn this village green. Yeah, because of the smugglers issue, and now I'm going to buy actually another smugglers. The smugglers issue being I want to be able to smuggle at the right point in time. Let's grab a plaza and I guess another smugglers. I am a little bit concerned at the moment. Um, about a few things. Okay, let's just take plazas. Do I want a poorhouse? With all the plazas, it's a little bit enticing. Okay, I'm gonna take one, I think. I think I have 5 plazas. You're gonna grab a poorhouse. Um, Here, I know for sure that you're not gonna have any more smugglers for a couple turns, because this is all of them. You don't want the poorhouse, okay. Um, I'm gonna take another poorhouse here. I want more stables. At some point, cemetery to trash, but at this point, we have to worry about piles running, and that is an issue. I wouldn't mind getting more village greens. I have a lot of villages, but I have a lot of terminals. I think I'm fine, but if I'm adding more terminals, I'm going to want some villages to go with. Jester, huh? This was the wrong order to play these in. I meant to do the other way. We're gonna next turn this, smuggle, and not spend these coffers. Seems like a weird time for Jester to me because there's so many cards that you're just not gonna hit. But it seems better than nothing. Okay, you take another one. I think I'm gonna overpay for 2 village greens here. Also have to watch the smuggler's pile as well as the all these other piles. We're gonna discard. I could just pick up a couple village greens here. I think I like that. I want the points, largely. Okay, so we're even on that front. Now I think I'm want a province. Overpaying for smuggler seems incredibly risky. Let's take the province. Okay, here the smugglers continue to go down. This was a bad order, wasn't it? Wait, I think this is a forced win. This is a forced win, isn't it? But I can just empty the smuggler. Oh. Well, it's a tie if I want the tie. I think I want to try to win, though. This might be foolish. So I need 5 money to win. Cool. Works out. Yeah, Arch made this really weird. We ended up with a million villages. It's one of these weird smugglers games where like you end up smuggling and smuggling and smuggling and smuggling. With all the plazas in particular, we ended up not building the draw with the stables, I think in large part because of all the smugglers. Um, I really do like the poor houses. We had so much village support, and then the poor house makes a lot of money. Um, but it's a bit of a weird game. And the jesters, I did not like the jesters. Um, they have some weird quasi pile control potential, and they can potentially curse your opponent, junk your opponent, whatever. But I think the game is too close to being over. The jesters are too unreliable. You can hit village greens, which, as we saw, was really bad. Um, but most importantly, It just doesn't do enough for the stage in the game we were in. Now, maybe that's part of the issue, right? Because you thought I was likely enough to be able to um, smuggle it, that just having the first crack at it as you did because you were first player, there is some reason to it there. So maybe that was the thinking, but I really not sure, right? And like capitalism wasn't doing anything for our decks because we didn't have, for your deck anyway. Maybe for my deck it would have done more. Like in my position, if I had five there, maybe capitalism would have been a way to go because it works really well with Poor House. But you didn't have anything before your first Jester that it worked with. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. Thanks for watching.